Lotus, have you taken all of your existing ProMods files and moved them out the way to make sure that you're not trying to enable something that isn't 2.33? Lumberjack Squirrel, Andy. Well, I haven't got the check shirt, have I? How am I liking the new MAN? Pyro, I'm not blown by it. I'm not blown over by it, and I'll tell you why I'm not blown over by it. Right. It's all to do with personal taste, really. There's nothing wrong with the truck itself. It's just personal preferences, right? So, the instrumentation panel, I don't like. The numbers are way too small, it's too hard to read from a distance, and the entire center section is basically not being used, and it could have like your digital speed there, or just like massive digital display. So I don't like the instrumentation panel. The cabin interior is, for want of a better word, bland. It's just kind of grey with a slight beige colour on the executive setup. So I don't like the interior of it. I don't like the instrumentation, and I don't like the interior colouring design. It's not very executive on the executive model. And then finally, on the front, the radiator intake, I'm not a fan of it. This scooped kind of mouth thing that it has, I don't like the design. So, you know, it drives okay, but it's not something that, as a truck, I don't particularly like it. Sounds like you're making a review video. Somebody asked me if I liked it, so I was just answering. DJ Kenty, 20 months. Keep up the good work. If you read this, don't text and drive. I didn't. You texted, I drove. The one thing that you like is a new indicator. Well, it's nice and rapid, but it's a little bit click-clacky. But it's better than the old. That was irritating. So yeah, it's a case of nice truck, but not really mine. Not really my style. Well, I've made it look as good as I can. Well, the Scania S, I love the Scania S design. What on earth are you doing? I love the fact that he's being followed by a police car who does nothing about it. But if I do 36 in a 30 zone, he's like, whoop, whoop, 1,100 euros, whoop, whoop. Just honestly. The whole place, it's a scandal. Welcome back, MJ Car. That was like Cardiff to Rostock right there, wasn't it? If I hadn't have stopped, I'd have gone straight into that guy. Yeah, I would have been exactly that. I would have been fined for that collision, and because there was a cop car witnessing it, I'd have got the ticket. That's exactly what would have happened. Condiments. Are you going to play Mechanic Simulator? No. I don't want to hold a mouse button down on different parts of the screen. I'm okay. Right, stop that there. The heck? Renault just too... Is that the Renault? That is the worst horn. Oh, let's give him a little kiss goodbye. See ya. Oh, he just reversed into someone. He just reversed into another truck. Did you see that? The best thing about that is I'm queuing up to get fuel and he's tooting me as I'm putting fuel in my truck. I like that trick though. Just reverse into them slowly so you don't get a fine and then they reverse into somebody else. Satumare. See the wheels a bit better now. Not bad. Blackbird, thank you for Bullseye 50 months. Hope you're well. Your Magnum doesn't have that air horn. I've not heard that before either. Yeah. I remember that fun. The only good Magnum is a mint Magnum. A Magnum ice cream. It's like Mrs. Squirrel. Have you seen Magnum PI? You probably remember Magnum PI from the 80s, was it? With Tom Selleck. And they've brought out another Magnum PI TV show. And Mrs. Squirrel's watching it. And she had it on. I was like, wait, is that Magnum though? And she went, yeah. I said, but he doesn't have a mustache. And she went, yeah, but he's like quite handsome. I said, yeah, but he doesn't have a mustache. You can't be Magnum unless you've got like a mustache like Tom Selleck. This guy was just some wimpy kind of dude that didn't look like Magnum. So, yeah. There's only one Magnum. You gotta shave, yeah? The new Magnum PI is actually pretty good. I think I saw one episode with her. I wasn't exactly converted. You still watch the original episodes of Magnum? Blimey. Well, Barrett, I don't mind people redoing classic stuff, but they do need to do it better. They do need to bring something to the table. Like they do it in the music industry as well. They take a song from the 60s, 70s or 80s or something and just rehash it and they just make a mess of it. And I hate it when they do that. Mattez, thank you for 3 months. I prefer the Burt Reynolds mustache. Keep up the good work. Yeah, Burt Reynolds had a good mustache. I used to like Smoking the Bender. Thanks for 49 months, CMC. I don't play Forza now. Have you seen the animated version of Thunderbirds? Nope. Again, you know, Thunderbirds, puppets, that's it. A new version of Airwolf. It could work. See you, Doverkin. What made me laugh about Airwolf is like every time they tried to show you the helicopter flying upside down, basically you could tell they just spun the camera. Like it was always on a blue background and they just spun the camera around and went upside down. No, you're not. Did you watch Merlin? Yeah. Dude!
Fantastic! Oh, fantastic!
Do you know, Connor, an example of that is a Christmas #1 of 2018. We built this city on sausage rolls. That was taken from Starship from the 80s. What a horrible remake. 1989 was it? Starship made that song. You wish there was an American version of Doctor Who. Why? What's wrong with the English one? Mr. Ryback, hello Paul community, finally back after a wedding and a honeymoon. Glad to be back and happy 54 amazing months. Congrats, Mr. Ryback. I hope it went well. Yeah, I remember that song, Connor. You're not a fan of the new Doctor for the first time, sadly. Is that the female one? The stat. Pringles is into Doctor Who. A British Magnum PI would be hilarious. Like for me, you can have any show that's about a private investigator. You can call it what you like, but if you call it Magnum PI, it's got to be Magnum.
To the nut house.
What made Magnum was the mustache and the Ferrari. I don't know, Mr. Sutherland. I saw Northern Alex playing it. Framgeld, thank you for your support. Welcome to the Net House, Framgeld. This is a seriously bumpy road. What is going on with this road? If there's anything I've learned is not to ask for a US version of a British TV show. Top Gear US comes to mind. Connor, I did enjoy David Tennant in Broadchurch, but I don't watch Doctor Who, so I didn't watch that. But I saw a film with David Tennant in recently. I'm trying to think which one it was. But he was good. He's a good actor. Suspension's pretty decent on this thing. It's nice and smooth suspension. Heyman, welcome back. The British Magnum would have to be thin with a twirled mustache and drive a classic Royce and would be called Sir Magnum PIP. Oh my god. Yeah, just have a bowler hat, like the Avengers. novice in train spotting, yeah? Of course I have. Oh, this road is terrible. Rip. You lose your fillings on this road, you're not joking. Oh, tarmac. Phew. How's your piloting license? I have my PPL, I have my night rating done, just waiting for the paperwork to come back. Currently trying to cross-train until 172. Sharpie! To help with speeding fines. Thank you, Sharpie. Do appear to have a lot of speeding fines tonight. How come the AI trucks don't seem to be bouncing along the road? Tommy, have you never seen Roadrunner, the cartoon? I did, Audi, yeah. A bit of a longer break than I thought, but I'll be back shortly. Alexandru, 28 months, thank you. It's little. You know he's just going to jump in that lane. Yeah, I've got to go through that TMCN questions and pick the ones out. No, I don't use other engine sounds. Default truck sound. After the meep, you hear Roadrunner sticking his tongue out before dashing off. There you go. Reasons to fly. Thank you, dude. Yeah, what I'm trying to do now is like fly to different places, hour build, and then look at my restricted IMC rating. Because that's worth getting, I think. I'd like to do that this year. Good night, Mars Dip. Not yet, Mrs. Frosty. A coyote chasing a bird and laying traps for it makes no sense either. Yeah, and both of them doing it in like a canyon desert. The whole premise makes no sense. Can I have one, Connor? Oh boy. Perfect moment. Yeah, if you could, Connor, that'd be great, thanks. Acme. Good old Acme. Did Acme actually stand for anything? Like, where did they get that name, Acme, from? I used to really feel sorry for Coyote. Postman Pat. And his black and white cat. A company that makes everything. That could just be like an old wives' tale, couldn't it? When does Toy Story 4 come out, King Dawson? Seth MacFarlane did a short a while back where the coyote catches Roadrunner. Yeah, see, he felt the same way as me. Acme means pinnacle, so the name was sometimes used to symbolize the best. The person who told me that comes out with a lot of rubbish, so you might be right. Acme was a real company that made anvils. It was based on that, as per the Wikipedia. You know, I think some of the trees around here have started to get buds on them. It's like the first sign of spring. Like, this is obviously a summer scene, but it's not that far away, is it, summer? It's like double-digit temperatures all week here. It was, Connor. I was only saying that to somebody last week. This time last year, it was binning it down with snow and stuff. The beast from the east. The company name is used ironically in the Looney Tunes cartoons. Acme comes from the Greek meaning peak, zenith, or prime. Gotcha. Was it dawn? Looks like it's dole time. Let me move this out of the way. Move this broom. And we'll press that. And we'll press that. And do it there. Up you come, pal. Dearies. Say hey. Your feet smell of soil. I've got clean trousers and you just messed them up. Thanks, Doyle. I'm now covered in grass and dirt. Awesome. And then you know what happens next? Mrs. Squirrel goes, your trousers are filthy. I'm like, really?
Just on my laptop.
I wonder why.
Aye.
Chris, good evening to you, Squirrel, Doyle, and Mrs. Squirrel. I don't pro drive now. You didn't particularly schmacko tonight, Doily.
Been waiting.
Was he?
At the back door.
Is it wet today? His feet look wet. Yeah, he's a little bit.
Our garden's very popular.
Yeah. It's not... Our garden's not dried up yet, really. It's coming through my headphones clearer than usual. He's making a lot more noise. I think she's been starving him. Blimey. Flippin' heck, Doyle. ASMR improvements. Is your last one? Nom nom. Thanks for popping in. Right, we're just going to open a few P.O. Box items. From stuff that came in late Christmas stuff, I think. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm covered in grass and mud. Awesome, Doyle. That's great. They were actually clean this morning. Right. We got a few bits. A few bits of P.O. Box here. Probably Christmas cards and stuff. Start off with the purple one. It's going to feel weird opening Christmas cards in February. But this is what the P.O. Box did. They just kept them forever. Put that there. Tim Paul, Mrs. Squirrel and family, sending love and hugs and prayers for you all from Emmy 1979. The Nut House is a fantastic support network, always a distraction. Thank you very much, Emmy. Sympathy card. Huh? And then another one. There's a thanks. Special little note to say to Squirrel, big thank you for my sweets and steering wheel setup. Really, really big thank you to you. Hope you have a nice Christmas. Oh, from Teddy. Oh, yeah. So Teddy's the guy that we sent the farm sim wheel to. Thank you, Teddy. Nice card. It says, read the other side. Just a small something that I 3D printed from custard.
Door's back.
No, Door's back. He thinks it's for him. I think he's made me a stamp.
Oh, cool.
Screwing it together now, look. He's made me a squirrel stamp with a little ink pad. Hey? You got a piece of paper? Let's try it out.
Stand for your official post.
Huh? Trying to get all the ink on it. It's kind of coming out. Just needs to get more ink on the stamp. Needs to stamp it hard with plenty of ink. Thank you, Custard. I can't believe you 3D printed that, bro. It's awesome, man. And then this packet here, which I think is from possibly from Christmas, considering blatant Christmas presents.
Welcome back.
Where's it from? From Ray's. Ray's 109. Is Ray's here? It was earlier, I think. Comes out in June, James. Christmas cracker jokes.
Oh, that's the book.
A book of Christmas cracker jokes.
The book you were looking for.
Yeah, this one got lost in the post big time, this one. Can you open that while I get... I want to read a joke. And then there's this. Merry Christmas from Ray's. earth is this?
Oh, no. No, no, no.
Golly, stop ripping up letters and stuff.
Here, one of these.
A scruff. I'm just trying to open this. Actually serious? It's basically, it's three things. It's like a comb, and then, oops.
Your beard.
Yeah, it's for beard. It's like, it's like, I think this is beard oil. This is beard, like beard wax, I think it is. Look. Yeah, looks like a beard wax. Ooh. Smell that.
Oh, I'm gonna be licking your face.
Did you hear that? If I put that on my beard, Mrs. Squirrel's going to be licking my face. Connor, telling me to let go of Christmas when you're opening presents, how outrageous. I agree, Connor. Thank you, Race. Let me read a cracker joke for you. Christmas cracker jokes. Let's have a look. What do vampires sing on New Year's Eve? Old Fang Syne. As if you just laughed. What does the word minimum mean? A very small mother.
Oh, I got it. Small mum.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the New Year's Eve party?
You didn't have anything.
He had nobody to go with.
Oh.
What happens if you eat the Christmas decorations? You get tinselitis. These are written for you. What car is like a sausage? An
Hang on. A banger.
An old banger.
You don't get him.
Right? I'm trying to find the funny ones. What does Frosty the Snowman take when he gets sick? A chill pill.
Oh.
Will you stop feeding him like cheesy bites? He's gonna get ill. Oh, this is a good one. What's the best time to buy a budgie? When they're going cheap.
Oh.
Oh, there's not jokes. Hang on. Knock.
Who's there?
Ketchup.
Ketchup poo?
Ketchup with me if you can. Knock.
Who's there?
Cargo.
Cargo who?
Cargo beep. It's terrible. It's actually terrible. What did one toilet say to the other?
I don't know. What did one toilet say to the other?
You look a little flushed. How do you start a teddy bear race?
I don't know.
Ready, Teddy, go!
Oh.
Enough of that. You got to bring that to Truck Fest, Mrs. Frosty. Oh boy. The jokes are real. Connor, no, this is too far. I'm off. Goodbye. Blame Ray's. He sent me the book. We can do more next week. There's plenty in the book. G Saunders, thank you for 53 months. Cup of tea hype. It's okay, Amy. That's the PO box for you. Sometimes they go crazy at Christmas. Thank you, though. See you, Mrs. Frosty. You ordered a new PC on Monday and the wait is driving me crazy. Isn't it normally like 10 days for a build? King Awesome, have a good one. I quite like this white truck and trailer combo. Works pretty well. You just told your kids the toilet joke with the reply of Dad. Oh dear. Should tell them the knock-knock joke as well. Copper Motor, thanks for 3. You've read stories of missing components for 2 months, Rusty Skills? Nah. If I was waiting longer than a couple of weeks, I'd probably just cancel the order. Boatwinds, have a good week. Why an MAN truck and not a Scania? Isn't it like literally in the Sunday Night Trucking song? The answer to that question. Exactly. Exactly that. You get your bike back from the mechanic, you need its carburetor to clean up and new brakes. It must be an old bike then, Mike, if it's got carbs on it. Tora Kafka, thank you for 40 months. Oh boy. Just like real life, pull out and then don't even speed up. If I pull out on somebody, I put my foot down. You know? Don't pull out on somebody and then just sit there in the road. That's very true, PCT. The worst ones are people who pull out on you, make you slow right down, and within 100 meters they'll turn off somewhere else. Oh, that's so irritating. Whoa, that's nasty. That's nasty. Do we get road rage? Depends on what you mean by road rage. I get annoyed at people. I don't rage. Oh, that's nice. Is that a yak? Small 125. Okay. Oh yeah, you get that on the motorways a lot actually. When you catch somebody up on the motorway, you move over to overtake, and suddenly you're not catching them up anymore, even though you've been cruise controlled at the same speed all the time. And you know they've looked in the mirror and gone, oh, I'll put my foot down. There's a lot of war memorial stuff going on here. I don't know, if Skull was the first. I don't know, prisoner. You'd have to ask them. I don't know. Mr. Causa has gifted us up to Joe Watson. Welcome back, Joe. Thank you, Mr. Causa. Andy Hammy, 19 months, slowly creeping up to 24, dude. Golden Acorn hype, bro. Thank you. I don't know, Chris. I can ask Mandelsoft. I don't know what the history was. When did I first start playing Pro Mods? I don't know. I have no idea. Years ago. TSM and Pro Mods were the two main ones back in the day. Are you going to see the Tornado farewell flight on the 20th of what? I would have thought they'd be doing a farewell flight all through the year, a bit like they did with the Vulcan, surely. 20th of Feb. Why are they doing this then? Farewell tours to the jets flying over 35 military locations, including National Memorial, RF bases, factories in Lancashire where they were built. I was going to say that's on Wednesday. I think I might be flying myself on Wednesday. Don't think I'll see that. Thing is, though, just because they're taking it out of active military service doesn't mean it won't still fly. I'm pretty certain you'll still see it at shows. The retarder manually. I used to quite a bit, but what I just tend to do now is hit the cruise control button. That just does it anyway. I don't use the automatic retarder. This is a bit of a bigger yard than the last one. What's my opinion about the A380 production stopping? In what sense? It's a business decision, isn't it? I mean, they'll still be flying for years, but the last one that gets delivered is 2021. But they'll still be flying around for like decades. We might hit level 99. I think we will.
Happy anniversary.
Donk! Look at that. 99. 99's Luftballon or whatever it was. That song. Matt Schnell. Good to be back. I haven't been here for a while. Thank you for 10 months, Matt. Let's see what they got here.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
See what else I've got. You've already made 2 million during the stream dot today, I know. What can you do? Whoa.
Nutter.
I've not seen that one before. Little helicopter. Creeper, thank you for half a year. Can't believe it. Rip to the A380 and fly BMI. I know, right? 2 things in the same week. Aviation related. Kaliningrad. So hoping to maybe go to Lithuania. Yeah, 1-ton trailer, I know, right? Like, why can't they just fly that thing over there? Set them.